welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys just now joining me, my name is Demi. I'm an artist, I'm a model, and I'm based in Los Angeles, California. Before we get started in this video, make sure to go ahead and subscribe and let's get into it. So let me just apologize and say I have not uploaded like long form videos in over 7-8 months. And here comes the dog. She might hop in the bed, just FYI. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Calm down. She's such a snuggle bug. Sorry. I did not mean for this to be a part of the video. Wow. So I'm currently pet sitting right now. So anyway, this is Lucy, guys. But yeah, I have not uploaded a video in about 7 months. So much has happened, a lot of transitions. Are you done? So yeah, a lot of transitions have happened. You know, being in LA, life is like this, but living in LA, it's literally like this, and then you're here. And then it's all the way up there, and then you're back down in the pit. And so, you know, losing my job, trying to find more financial stability. It's just, you know, when life, sometimes you just have to prioritize certain things. So I am definitely going to be trying to upload more on my YouTube channel, not just short form content, but also long form content as well. But in today's video, I just kind of want to break down the story behind the art. Now, you guys are probably wondering, am I still crocheting handbags? Yes, I'm still crocheting handbags, guys, but handbags, you know, kind of got a little boring for me because I am literally crocheting the same thing day in and day out. And I wanted to just really get back into art. So for those of you guys that don't know, I do have a painting background. Long story short, all of my paintings, all of my charcoal sketches, they were destroyed. And I never got back into art. I don't know, there's just something about that situation that just sort of killed my passion for art. And I never returned to painting. The years went by. I took multiple trips to Hobby Lobby, Michael's. I would buy canvases, sketch pads and all that. And it would literally just be collecting dust, the pencils, the charcoal, everything I got. What's wrong? And so yeah, I never returned to art since then. And so I never returned to art. Lucy. Oh no, oh yeah, call her over there. Lucy. Ah! Okay, I thought she was gonna trip over the light, but no, oh. Stay. I know. Children, you know how they are. So when I found my ability to crochet, I was like, you know what? I can get back into art, but just in a different way. I don't know what it was, but it literally killed a part of me when all of my artwork was destroyed. And so I'm just like, yeah, let me just combine fiber art, textile art into my own vision. So let me just say, this is my own original art. I do take reference photos of myself, and then I do turn them into art pieces, and then I just put them in a grid and I create tapestries like this. I have gotten a few comments on some of my YouTube shorts, like, what photo did you reference? Like, I definitely try to reference myself. My biggest inspiration is Frida Kahlo, because I loved how she always did self-portraits as to how she saw herself. And that's what I try to do. Now, let me just say, crocheting tapestries is not like painting. You can't blend, you know, it's not as smooth. Like, literally the colors that Hobby Lobby or Michael's provide is the colors you have to work for. If you want to tweak a few things, you know, you can't really do it. So it is a little bit harder. I personally think this looks like Jenna Dewan, but whatever, I was referencing myself in this tapestry. Now, I did use 20 different colors. They're all from the Hobby Lobby brand. I love this yarn. Now let's get into the story behind the art. So I'm currently in a space in my life where I'm asking myself, do I want to stay in LA? To tell you the truth, I really don't know. Everything is up in the air. I don't want to make permanent decisions just based off of temporary circumstances, but you know, my entire 20s being in LA, it's always been a hustle, figuring things out, and Yeah, I'm just exhausted. I am so exhausted. But if there's one thing that I have to show myself grace in, one thing I commend myself for, is that I have a spirit that has never been broken. Of all the challenges I've been through, just living in LA, life is already hard by itself, but doing life in one of the most expensive cities, I feel like is a whole other ball game. Not to discredit anyone else in a different state, but it really is hard out here. And my spirit has never been broken. I still have my funny, goofy sense of humor. And so when I wanted to do this art piece, I just wanted to depict a woman who really was tired. And again, because it's not a painting, I couldn't really do the background that you see here like as detailed. So I tried to depict like a desert, a sky, just the best way I possibly can. So just a woman who is exhausted, dehydrated, just absolutely trying her best to put one foot in front of the other, but she has a spirit that can never be broken. She's still standing. And yeah, that woman is me. I am a huge fan of Marcus Aurelius and Stoicism. And so I try to repeat this Stoic philosophy and quote. It's like different excerpts from different books, and I try to tell myself that every day. I am not afraid of pain. I am not afraid of death or any vicissitudes of the human condition, but I fear only of letting myself down and being less than a complete human being. I am less than God, but I am not less than human, for I am not an animal. I take moral responsibility for all of my actions, and I am indifferent to everything else. At times, I may struggle, but I will never pity myself. And I do my best to tell myself that every single day. And yeah, this is again just a depiction of a beautiful woman, but also a woman who's tired, who could use a rest, who could use a vacation. But until that happens, she's putting one foot in front of the other and just figuring it out, no matter how tired she is, how dehydrated she is. And she's going to do it gracefully, even though she doesn't feel graceful. She is going to do it in the most graceful way she can possibly can. So yeah, you guys, that's pretty much the story behind the art. I am going to be doing more of these videos soon. But yeah, again, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. I will do my absolute best to try to upload more longer form content more consistently. But until then, guys, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in.